What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode of Club and Country. This is episode number 18, and we started today's episode off here with an international management offer from Ecuador. And I also have a question for you guys today as well, and that is, when do you want me to get the French national team offer from the EA Sports catalogue? Because if you watched my series last year with Racing Santander, you'll know that it took me a very long time before Spain actually came in for me and gave me the job. It was actually 101 episodes in, and loads and loads of people agreed that was one of the big flaws in that series last year, that I didn't take the Spain offer from the catalogue when I probably should have done, which was a few seasons ago. So with Paris FC, it's pretty clear that the French offer won't come in for a long time. It's just, it just won't happen, basically. You need to be managing a really good squad and doing really well until it happens. So when do you want me to take the French offer from the catalogue? I would probably say minimum, amount of time it should take is after the second season. I think any time before that is a bit too quick. But when do you want me to take it, basically? Let me know in the comment section down below, because I don't want it to be like last season's Club and Country and I waited too long and it sort of killed off a lot of interest in the series. So yeah, just leave me a comment today. Tell me when you want me to start managing France, and I'll go ahead and get it from the catalogue. So in today's episode here, we take on Lyon for the first game of today's episode here, on the back of 4 fantastic results for us. In the opening day of the Ligue 1 season, we drew against Bordeaux away, and now we're on a 3-game win streak. We're coming into this game a top of the table clash, believe it or not, between Paris FC and Lyon at home here. Sadly for us, despite having the first chance of the game, that header going over the bar, it was Lyon who took the lead from the goal kick, which was launched forward, and this was just really poor defending. A long ball is flicked on, then played through to Valbuena. It's a great finish and there's no chance for Barmy, but the defending from me, was just terrible. Really poor, and Lyon take an early lead in this first versus second clash. So Lyon take the lead in this game, but just 5 minutes later though, we would respond and get ourselves back on level terms. And of course there was no Thierry Ambrose to start this game off with due to his injury in the last game. But Bongongui, what a start to the season he has made. That's already his 3rd goal. With the signing of Dembele, I'd be mixing the two together. They would start together up top together in the absence of Ambrose in this game, but Bongongui already has 3 goals this season. He's looking really good early on, and he does put us back on level terms just a few minutes after Lyon took the lead. And at half-time, as you can see, it was Paris FC 1, Lyon 1. The away side had a few more chances than us, but they weren't really clear-cut ones, and they were coming from sort of all over the place, really, and the shots weren't the best of attempts. But either way, it was still 1-1, and in the second half here, 15 minutes after the restart, just before the hour mark, Lyon did have the first real chance of the second half. That shot going just over the bar and behind for a goal kick. And with 20 minutes to go here, we had a good chance to take the lead for the first time, as Tristan Dingome scored his first goal for the club in the last game, finds Saint-Maximin. He plays it back towards the number 7 here, rolls it through towards Bongongui, looking for his second goal of the game, instead finds Tristan, looking for his second goal in 2 games. It's a good save by the goalkeeper though, and eventually turned behind for a corner, and it was how the game would finish as well. Final score, Paris FC 1, Lyon 1, so Lopez's late save does ensure that Lyon will leave with a point in this game, and we won't nick a late winner. The stats will tell you that Lyon played a little bit better than us, but to be honest, I thought it was quite a balanced game really, and the score draw was the fair result, and that's exactly what happened. So final score, Paris FC 1, Lyon 1, but either way, we may draw and not make it 4 wins out of 4, but either way, that is now 5 games into the new season, and 3 wins and 2 draws, in my opinion, is a fantastic start for Paris FC. And as you can see, following that as well, we saw our second youth player in today's episode say he wants to terminate his contract, plus a monthly scouting update here where we signed 1 player to our academy, and we signed those 2 youth players to our first team. So yeah, I have to say, this Paris FC start, man, has been crazy. And I know I don't want to sound too cocky and too arrogant, but again, the start we've made with this Paris FC side, and even in that game, despite falling behind early on, it took us just 5 minutes to respond, and this is the sign of a good team. When we don't feel sorry for ourselves, we don't say, oh well, we're a newly promoted side, we're taking on a big side like Lyon, we probably expect to lose the game anyway. No, we get right back in it, and we get right back amongst it, and that's exactly what we did in that game. We got ourselves right back in it, and we got ourselves on level terms a few minutes later, and possibly could have won the game later on. And that is why this season with Paris FC, I really do feel we could have a really high league finish. Still, following out, we promote 2 of our youth players to the first team, as you can see, Deprays and also Florian Pele. I have to say, Pele looks really good, doesn't he? Centre back, 60 overall, and I think think he was 6'1" or 6'2". Weak foot 1-star, skill moves 2-star, or skill move 1-star, weak foot 2-star. Isn't the best, obviously, but centre back and left back in his positions. He looks really decent. 60 overall, exciting prospect tag. He'll probably be a bench player to begin with at Paris FC, but either way, as a prospect, he looks like a really good one, and he, like Barmy, could potentially be getting some good first team minutes this season and maximising his development right off the block. So 2 youth players come into the first team for Paris FC. Don't really rate Kevin De Praise too much, but I think Florian Pele could be a really, really good youth player for us. Still, for the second game of today's episode here, we take on Troyes away from home. So on a draw against Lyon in the last game, coming into this one here, we would make some changes due to a game against Monaco on the weekend. But how about this, just 1 minute in, we would take the lead through Sissako getting his first goal for the club since signing from Monaco. And this was just as simple as it gets. We pass the ball backwards, JJ plays the ball through towards our right back playing right midfield this season, and Sissako just runs through after the fake shot, beats the defender, well, beats one defender, then a second defender here. It's not a fake shot, actually, he just knocks it around him, and just rifles the ball in at the near post. And it's poor goalkeeping, don't get me wrong, but that was fantastic for Sissako. The way he just turned one defender, and then the second one with sheer pace and pace alone, and smashes the ball in to get his first goal for Paris FC, as he does open the scoring here, and make it Troyes 0, Paris FC 1. Boga still looking for his first goal this season, almost got it there. That shot hitting the post, and eventually Troyes got the ball away. But in the first half, we were playing better, and in the second half, not much really happened, to be honest, on Thierry Ambrose's comeback game, until the 79th minute when Ambrose wouldn't score, but would assist Kevin De Praise. And what did I just say a few minutes ago, or Kevin De Praise, or Kevin De Praise? What did I just say a few minutes ago? I don't think this guy's going to succeed, or something like that. Well, 53 overall, first appearance, came off the bench at half-time. What does he do? He shuts my mouth and proves me wrong. Puts the ball into the back of the net, and the 16-year-old gets his first goal in a Paris FC shirt on his debut. So Troyes 0, Paris FC 2, and it was how the game would finish as well. Sissako's early goal and De Praise scoring his first goal on his professional debut does settle the score, and we do return to winning ways with a very comfortable 2-0 victory. And the home side in this game basically did absolutely nothing. They were really, really poor. The stats tell you they had 4 shots, but they didn't really do much with them. You know, they were very, very poor indeed. I can only recall Barmy having to save the shot once, and it was a really sort of routine catch, if you will. So very poor game from the home side, and a comfortable 2-0 victory for us. And once again in that game as well, Thierry Ambrose with another assist there. It's already second of the season. This season with Ambrose, you know, coming back from injury here, I know he's already got 3 goals, but it's not going to be all about the goals for Ambrose this season. He will be facilitating and getting quite a few assists this season and being the team player that he can be. So we take on Monaco for the third and final game of today's episode here in a third versus second clash in Ligue 1. So we dropped to third place in the league despite that win against Troyes in midweek, but even so, it's been a great start for Paris FC. And now taking on Monaco, so taking on Lyon, now taking on Monaco, so pretty big French sides in today's episode here at home. The first instant would fall in the 9th minute when sadly for us we get our second injury of the season. Puyol, starting his first game for the club this year, does get himself an injury as he goes for a header, lands awkwardly, and sadly is going to get himself an injury and be forced off the pitch. And we'll see the full extent of how long he'll be out for in the next episode. So worst possible start, already getting an injury in the first 10 minutes as Vincent Perez comes on for his first appearance of the season. Not great to see. But in the 17th minute, a good chance for us to take the lead for the first time in the game as Bongonga gets on the ball down the right hand side here. He has the pace to take around his man, swings the ball into the centre, looks for Boga, but instead it drops to Thierry Ambrose at the far post. And you know, I said a minute ago he'll be assisting this year, but Ambrose knows when to pass and knows when to shoot. He does the latter most of the time. He does it here, and he also finds the back of the net most of the time as well. He does that here as well. Great cross in from Bongonga. It's not dealt with by Monaco, and Ambrose, he doesn't even need to take a touch and turn and face the goal. He just swivels on the 180, half volleys the ball into the back of the net, and our skipper, returning from injury, has his first goal since that injury and has now got 4 goals in Ligue 1 this season already. Unbelievable start for Ambrose. In the 24th minute here, he could have got his second goal of the game. Cuts inside with a fake shot and goes for goal. It's a good save by Subasic though, and eventually Monaco get the ball away. So 1-0 to score at the half, and Monaco in this game basically did nothing other than pass the ball around. And sometimes they weren't very good at doing that alone. If they get the ball away here in the 87th minute, we have a good chance on the break, 67th minute, sorry. We have a good chance on the break because Tian finds Nicholas. He rolls it through to Bongongui, and I'm telling you right now, I don't know where this little guy has come from, but last season he scored a few goals for us. He's already got 4 this season. Unbelievable start from the beard, and all the attention this season has been on our new signings, our U-team goalkeeper Barmy, and of course the 37 goal man last season, Thierry Ambrose. But this guy, don't forget about him. He scored a few goals last season, and he's now already got 4. The beard notches up his 4th for this season, makes it Paris FC 2, Monaco 0, and it was also how the game would finish. So final score, Paris FC 2, Monaco 0. What a fantastic victory that was, and the dream start lives on. We are still undefeated, and through 7 games even, we have already won 5 of them and drew 2 and still have 0 defeats in the league this season. What a start for Paris FC. Final score 2-0. A really comfortable victory for us because Monaco basically did nothing other than pass the ball around. We get ourselves a 2-0 scoreline though. We're happy with that, and the dream start to the year continues for Paris FC as we are second after 7 games with 17 points. What a beginning, and hopefully we will continue this momentum for the remainder of the season. That does end the episode though, guys, so thank you very much for watching the video. Really hope you have enjoyed it. If you enjoyed today's episode of Club and Country, then please do leave a like, and I'll see you for the next episode of Club and Country very soon.